Okay, so Custom King 454 racing lawnmower build. Got the battery on right now. Got it all hooked up for hand throttle right here. I just did run it just to make sure it all worked because it did have been sitting for a while. Ouch! Fucking shifter I just hit my hand on. There we go. Yeah. Make sure it's in neutral. Yeah, it is. Toggle right here, switch on and off. It's off right now. Push button start. Choke. More or less, you don't have that much to play right there for choke, you know. Choke off, choke on, right there, you know. It's a little bit. Throttle comes down to a little hole right there where the deck blade on and off would be. Did just hit my knuckle buster. Both the choke and the throttle come out to here. From, you know, they go in here right under there where all my other wires are and snap and jazz. Going to here. Top one's choke goes right to there. Bottom one is throttle, which goes back to the carb, which is right there. You can see I have a return spring on the low idle speed, or the not low idle, but the whatever that little screw is. I'm drawing a blank right now. Sorry. I have a return spring there. I have another return spring right here, which goes on the other side of the carb, which is also still hooked to the throttle. And then I have another one back there. You can kind of see that's on the other side too as well. So I have three. In racing, you need only two, but I'd rather be certain it's going to pull back. Especially with hand throttles, these are, you know, harder to pull. Normally, you're supposed to have a whole spring, like the one I got right here in my pocket. Normally, you're supposed to have springs like these, and they're supposed to go on the ends before, like, after this part here, before, like, this little round spot, you're supposed to have a spring in there, so it pulls it back, like, on a brake mechanism. Instead, I just ran the brake or the cable, right to it, and then I just put springs on the end of the cables and all that jazz. I did another video earlier. You can look at that and do that one. The clutch works. It says clutch / brake, but it's all clutch now. I mean, it's like a car clutch, more or less. You push it in, you go out of gear. You can kind of see right down there. Pulls it in, now you're in gear. Now you're out. It's nice because then you just push it in. And on a little bit ago, I was messing with it. You had to, like, pull it back with your foot, like manually pull it back. But now you just push down and then just let your foot off, and it'll come back with your foot, like a car would. It's really nice. Disc brake, you just put a disc caliper on it. Sorry for the blurriness. Sun's kind of beating down. My camera don't want to focus. I'm gonna fire it up for you. This is my stand. I need a tripod. Literally, it's just a vice grip hooked to the edge, and I just have my camera next to it. So let me go fire it up for you. That's it. I don't want to run too long because I do live in a trailer park and people will start crying and whining about loud noises. So, yeah. Oops, I don't know why it's stopping. Must have something in the way. Oh, the gas tank. The gas tank is sitting a little too high. That's why it's not sitting all the way down. When I do put the hood down, the brake lever. It does get in the way, as you see. So you have to either push it over, turn the steering wheel, just fudge with it, I guess. But yeah, it's whatever, you know. It's what happens when you don't spend that much money on something. Literally all I have invested in it is probably under $100 so far. I got the lawnmower, actually traded a mini bike for it I made. Mini bike, yeah, I did put maybe $500 into it. But it was a cheap motor. I mean, it was like a little Honda clone Predator. I had a Harbor Freight for like $100. I mean, it was not like I put literally $100 into it. It's more like $100, $500 of work. You know, I sanded it all down. If you would have brought it to like a professional, you would have charged you that much to do it, or around there. And then parts, you know, I bought cheap parts from like Chinese places. But I mean, I'd rather have this to work on. I mean, I could actually race this and win money, you know, if I really wanted to. A mini bike, what are you gonna race that? They don't have mini bike races, you know. I mean, if they do, they're not like, you know, big names, you know. People would rather go see freaking lawnmowers flying on a track and, you know, tipping over and flipping and stuff than a mini bike. Just, you know, guy just jumps off and lands on his feet, you know. If anybody has any ideas for like a tether, I need a tether switch. It's gonna replace this one. This one is going to go for a light switch because I need to run this one to that switch and then to the battery. Then lights will work on that switch. But I need a tether switch. I need a cheap one. I would like one that you put on to like a push onto the switch or whatever, and then you start it, and once you fall off or yank it off, it'll stop the engine. I don't want one of those like jet skis or snowmobile has where it actually like clicks under it. You like pull it out and it clicks under it. I want like one you push onto it. If anybody knows, I can get one. I'd like it to be really cheap. I know there was some like go-kart places, mini bikes places too, like online websites. I was looking at like BMI Carts, MFG Supply. You know, I was looking at those. They have some there. But I know I'm trying to look for one cheap, just so I can have it. So that'd be the next thing. And then I gotta push the battery in. It's not all the way in right now. And I just gotta build something to make it close, so the battery doesn't close for the shifter. I don't know about that yet. If anybody has any ideas about the shifter, I can show you right now. I mean, when you're sitting down on it, you know, it's kind of like right near your crotch, you know, but I'm gonna have a handle goes over a little bit, so then it'll be easier to push up. But I mean, you know, my leg, you know, it's barely touching my leg. I mean, look at that clutch. Clutch in, clutch out, clutch in, clutch out. You can see the belt down there. Yeah. That, I have to make something of that now. This is our first shifter with a side shifter, but then, it didn't work really well. It kept, not going into every gear perfect, because I had it on a diagonal. See where the shifter is, there's a shifter link from the transmission, or the transaxle, straight up now. From this one, it was on a side angle, so when I went back, it kind of like jigged sideways, and it didn't really feel right, just because it was, you know, always touching your leg. But for this one, I might do a 90 over here, do another 90 up, and then somehow like have it here where the mounting bracket. I do have another mounting bracket, but I might have to use that for the disc brake or something. But and mount it here so you have a shifter as your foot. So if you have any ideas about that, that's what I was thinking of. You know, you got your gas, you can have a brake on the steering wheel, you have a clutch, and then you can have a shifter, which I don't know if I'll need really any more gears than first, neutral and reverse, just due to the fact that when you're racing, you're not gonna, you know, going faster than first gear. You know, racetracks normally don't have long stretchaways or straightaways, you know, like NASCAR does, where you're gonna go 200 miles per hour down a straightaway. You're more or less gonna be in first gear only, letting off, first gear, letting off, due to cornering and all that, but yeah, so yeah, let me know what you think about it.